Hello friends! Look, I got new markers. I was recently on a dive trip and I met a lovely dive master who loved to draw things. This is in Indonesia and they live pretty remote. So I gave him my markers and I was like, hey, Black Friday is coming up and Amazon Prime is actually doing Prime Day this year. And there always ends up being Arteza things on sale. So I was like, hey, I'll give it a shot and I'll get some of these Arteza markers. But a thing happened. I got excited about a new thing I haven't played with before. And these are water brush pens and water-based ink, meaning it's kind of like markers that are watercolors, or at least that's what I'm imagining is going to happen. And so we're going to kind of play with them and figure out how do you even use a water brush marker pen thing. So the package itself is pretty boring. It's got lots of loop-de-loops, which are spirals, and they're kind of fun. It says like there's flexible brushes. The box is like got all these names on the back that could be fun to use while I'm writing. Dolphin gray, fog gray, parma gray. Lots of different varieties of colors with fancy names. When you open it, basically you have this nice little compartment on the top. It has the water brush pen in it. This guy basically has a thing that I could maybe undo here. Not so lucky. I'll have to fight it more in a second. And it's a soft little brush tip on the cap. I haven't unscrewed this guy yet, so let me try a little harder. Okay. I'm gonna do this off camera so that when I break it, nobody can laugh at me. But it's definitely put together really, really well. Maybe I could suction some things into it. We'll find out. All right, so that's the water brush pen thing. Cool. Just gonna put that over there. That's the box. If you open up the box inside, you find a bunch of boxes that look like this. There's 4 boxes. I ripped them apart. They're made of a pretty stiff cardboard. So just in the nature of opening one, I totally ripped it. They have markers in them. So this is kind of what one looks like. I haven't opened yet. Behold the snippety snips. Snippety snips go through the thingy. So Jessica's trying to prove she can do things without wrecking things. And behold, I'm not the Great Destroyer. There you go. And yeah, when I did this on the other ones, this part here just ripped out here and here and it totally died. But there you go. It's kind of like that. You got markers here. You got so many markers. They're all nicely sorted by colors, it seems, when they first get to you, and you could keep it like that. Or you could just do this and be like, ah, and like throw things everywhere. Ah! Cool. So lots of boxes. I don't really keep my packaging, so this is a lot of stuff to throw away. But yeah, this is 48 markers. It's what they look like. I'm gonna pick random ones up. You know, they kind of look like that. So, what's in a pen? Have a little pen here. Ooh, behold, you basically see it comes with a cap on it, which is probably a good idea because things are about to get wet. And as I open it, I've got essentially this sort of marker-ish top. It's really soft. It turned my finger blue. Wow. And nothing on the other end. Kind of gives you an idea of the size of the pen tip as well, sort of in comparison to my hands. Assuming my hands are about a typical size of hands. This is a pencil for comparison. Whoa. The water thing has been filled. All of my struggles you saw earlier were due to differences in the idea of what the righty-tighty, lefty-loosey rule means, but now I've got water in it, so we're going to see how this goes. I'm also going to give it a minute to sit, so that maybe it'll do some wicking or something like that. So the other things that I have to figure out how I'm going to be using these watercolored pens. First off, I have this poster board. In general, when I use watercolors, I want to use something a little bit heavier because otherwise the paper's going to like wrinkle and pull apart and die. I just happen to have a spare poster board lying around, so I was thinking it's probably whatever, I'll use it, I'll play with it. And if I don't like it, whatever, I'll just put things on top of it. It's entirely a testing thing. I also have water. water helps for watercolored pencils, and so I'm thinking that using water with my watercolored markers is probably a good idea. And also I have a pencil to draw a sketch to see how I feel about things. So we've got this guy as well. And here we go. This guy is this guy. Didn't quite make it on the camera. Here we go. Let's start playing. So I'm just gonna start with some basic brush strokes and see how this goes. God, put that in the, oh, I just started doing it with water. I meant to do it with some basic brush strokes, so we'll just see, what is water like? It's kind of a light color there. What if I did it without getting it wet first? I'm just gonna take this guy and be like, you there, be a marker. Marker, marker, oh dear. Yeah, marker, marker friend, yeah. Marker, marker friend kind of looks like I'm trying to draw wood versus trying to make it be a watercolor. If it dries out after a second, what happens? It kind of gets a little darker. So if I were to put you in water and just hold you in the water, let you kind of soak up a little water, how do you go? Interesting. Gets a little darker the longer I go. It's kind of pretty. I like it. I like it. I like it. Coming back to this guy, what if I just go blop, quick touch, blop, blop, blop. Yep, quick touch works just the same. I don't need to sit there and soak it up. Boop, 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 boop. That's been kind of fun, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. What does this guy do? Ah, I put water down when I squished it. It didn't look like it did anything though. It might not quite be the guy to figure this out. Definitely doesn't look like it did anything to the one that was wet when I did it. Let's see how it does it for this one. Can't really tell much is happening. Maybe it'll help me blend these a little better. Don't really know what's going on there. So maybe I'll make a bigger thing and see if it'll help me blend that. Let's introduce, we've got this color pink here. We're gonna just kind of, everybody's gonna be watercolored sections. Oh, look, I got a blue in my hand. Boop. Watercolor sections. And let me see. Oh, look, I grabbed another pink. Boop. A lot of pinks around here. Ah, that one's a little lighter at first, but let's go back over. That's pretty good. It's maybe a little peachy too. And oh no, a green, a pretty green here. All right, blender, are you the blender? Let's see if you're a blender. Not really. Not quite sure what this thing's supposed to do. I bet someone out there is like really artsy and they've got some amazing video with these things where they're the best marker user in existence. But not me. I'm just here making little squiggles for you guys. Lots of pretty colors though. I do like the way it looks. So, conclusion, it's pretty nice if I want to just kind of color in an area. Could be very nice if I make something more fancy. So let's try that.